Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first video of 2022. Now, I'm obviously sharing a lot of podcast episodes with you guys on the channel, but since this is the first video and this is the first time in this year that I'm talking to you guys like this on some topic, I consider this as the first video of 2022, right? For those of you who are watching me for the first time, my name is Akshat. I create content around marketing, service business and entrepreneurship. So if you are interested in any of those topics, please consider subscribing because a lot more videos are going to roll in on this channel in the coming days, in the coming months, so you do not want to miss them. So 2021 was a year full of self-discovery. We all learned a lot of new things that we want to retain, and we made a lot of new mistakes that we want to ignore and we do not want to repeat in 2022 and in the coming years moving forward. So देखो, मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि like any other equipment that we use on a day-to-day basis, whether it be refrigerator, whether it be microwave oven, whether it be your iron, your monitor, your laptop, there is a manual that you need to read before you start using that particular equipment. If you do not follow those rules in that rule book, either you mess up with the equipment or you are unable to use that equipment to its full potential. और मुझे ऐसा लगता है similarly in life, it is very crucial कि हमारी खुद की एक rule book हो, हमारे खुद के internal thoughts हो, हमारे खुद के commandments हो, जिन्हें हम फॉलो कर सकें. रूल बुक इज नेसेसरी बिकॉज अगर तुम्हारे पास वो एक रूल बुक नहीं है ना, यू विल लिसन टू अ लॉट ऑफ पीपल इन योर लाइफ और तुम्हें लगेगा कि यार अच्छा ये आदमी सही बोल रहा है, देन यू विल लिसन टू समवन एल्स और तुम्हें लगेगा अच्छा यार ये सही बोल रहा है. सो आई थिंक इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू हैव दैट some set of thoughts that you can remind yourself of again and again when things get hard, things get messy, or when you're even very happy in your life. And in this video, that is exactly what I want to share with you guys. I'm just going to share with you 7 rules that I have wrote for myself, with my experiences, with my learnings in 2021. So I hope you find some insights out of these rules. Maybe try to apply some rules in your own life and see how it changes the way you approach life in 2022. So without wasting any time, let's talk about all the rules one by one. Okay, so number one, guys, is life is uncertain. Life is uncertain, so do whatever you have ever wanted to, irrespective of how people tag you. देखो, तुम्हारी लाइफ में बहुत सारे लोग आएंगे जो तुम्हारे काम को अप्रेस करेंगे, जो तुम्हें सपोर्ट करेंगे, और ऐसे भी लोग आएंगे जो तुम्हारे बारे में बुरी चीजें बोलेंगे, and they won't support what you are doing. And I think it doesn't matter who are the people that come in your life, because I want for myself that I take every decision and I do everything that I've ever wanted to, irrespective of what people tell about me behind my back. Because see, at the end of the day, after 60-70 years, everyone you have ever talked to, everyone you have ever met is going to disappear, and even you will disappear as well. So I think life is very limited, and I want to approach my life in a way where I am very solid about how I want to approach my life, irrespective of how people think about me, because it doesn't matter in the macro, in the broader scheme of life. What other people think about you doesn't matter. But if you do not do the things that you want to do today, you will always regret it when you are 70, sitting on your wheelchair, unable to do things, unable to walk. You will think about the days when you were young and you didn't do the things that you wanted to because some random person out there in the world told some shit about you. And that is why I think life is uncertain. So do everything that you ever wanted to. At least that's something I want to do. I don't know about you. You let me know in the comments below. What do you think about this? Whereas number 2 is your thoughts decide your fate. देखो, मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि in 2022 and in the years moving forward, media is increasing every day. The content we consume is increasing every day. तुम सुबह उठते हो, तुम अपने बेड पे ब्लैंकेट के अंदर 10-15 रील्स देख लेते हो तुम. So basically what you are doing is you are consuming someone else's thoughts, someone else's life in your mind even before you start your day. And what that does is, in the entire day, all the actions that you're taking are basically getting influenced by how other people think. And I think it is very crucial for us to understand, and it is very crucial for us to maintain that consumption, because what we consume decide what are the kind of thoughts we are going to have in the entire day, and our thoughts decide the action we are going to take, and those actions lead to our fate, right? And since our thoughts decide our fate, I think it is very important for me to be mindful about the content that I'm consuming every day. So I have those clear positive thoughts and I can take actions that leads me to a better fate. Now, number 3 is about health. I think nothing is more important than my health and my family's health, and it's the same for you. Nothing is probably more important than your health or your family's health. I learned this the hard way, because when my entire family got COVID positive, the only thing that I wished for is their good health. The only thing that I ever wished for is my good health. 2 months after that, I got dengue positive. I was shivering to death and I almost thought that I'm going to die. And in that moment, all I wanted is just to get healthy. Nothing else mattered, It doesn't matter how many clients I have, it doesn't matter how many money I earn, and nothing mattered at that particular moment. Because when you are not healthy, it doesn't matter whatever you have, it doesn't matter what material success you have, it doesn't matter what success and victories you have, because you won't be able to celebrate them, you won't be able to laugh, you won't be able to have a good time with your family and your loved ones. So I want to remind myself to be grateful of my health and my family's good health, because there are a lot of people out there in the world who doesn't even have a good health. They're suffering, their family is suffering. So if you are healthy today, if your family is healthy today, pray to God and be grateful about it. Okay guys, so moving on to the fourth commandment that I want to remind myself is consistency merged with optimization is the most potent weapon you will ever need to win the battle against you. Now it is a very long one. फर्क नहीं पड़ता कि कोई रैंडम इंसान दुनिया के किसी कोने में बैठ के कितना सक्सेसफुल है. योर बैटल इज जस्ट विद योर सेल्फ. अगर तुम आज 8 बजे उठ रहे हो और तुम्हारा गोल है कि मुझे 6 बजे उठना है, तो तुम्हारा सारा फोकस कल 15 मिनट जल्दी उठने पे होना चाहिए. आई थिंक इफ यू कैन डू दैट एंड इफ यू कैन डू दैट कंसिस्टेंटली एंड इफ यू कैन ऑप्टिमाइज हाउ यू आर डूइंग इट, आई थिंक इट इज द मोस्ट पोटेंट वेपन which will help you in progress in your life. So I think consistency is extremely important, and when it is merged with optimization, massive things happen. You won't even believe the results that you will track and you will see in your life if you do that. I have done a fair share of it for myself. Even I have struggled with it. It is easy to say consistency and optimization, but it is obviously harder to do. But even if you can do like 15-20% of what you want to when it comes to consistency and optimization, I think you will be at a far better place in your life. And I just want to remind myself every day that your battle is just against yourself, and you just have to be consistent, and you have to be consistent smartly. Okay guys, so moving on to the rule number 5. Every occurrence in the world is the balance nature triggers. We are not the victims, we are just the observers of the beauty of life. There is a very beautiful stoic thought that says that you can only control your actions. You cannot control nature, and you cannot control the consequences because of someone else's action. It is beautiful, and I think if you can consume it, if you can think about it from a macro level, you will be relieved, because you will have that sense ki yaar, you can always be in your control, you can try to be in your control, your actions are in your hand, but the nature, the things that happens because of nature, because of someone else, is not in your hand, right? So if you can just focus on that, I think you will be a lot happier on a day-to-day basis. Because मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि we get so involved, we get so dissolved, and we get so immersed in our day-to-day life, we sometimes are stressed for no reason. If something happened, and even if you are not involved, you're stressed. And I think if in those moments, if you can remind yourself that you can just control your actions, and you can be responsible for it, you will be at a much better place, you will be relieved, and you will be a lot happier. So I think that's another reminder, a stoic thought that I want to remind myself in 2022. I hope you would also find great benefits of reminding this to yourself again and again. For more, I highly recommend reading Stoicism. You can read a lot of books like Meditations, or you can just read Daily Stoic by Ryan Holiday, a great book for beginners about Stoicism. Okay guys, so we are just moving to the end of the video. If you think you got some insights out of these rules that I've told you till now, please make sure you smash the like button so it reaches to many people like us, who think like us, who are entrepreneurs and freelancers like us, and it can help them to lead a happier life in 2022. Moving on to the next rule, and it is achieving a flow state is the ultimate pursuit. देखो, मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि तुम कोई भी काम कर रहे हो ना, if you are doing your work, if you are pursuing something, you are investing majority of your life in doing it. You have 24 hours in a day, you sleep 8 hours. I think you're working from 9 to 5, at least 9 to 5, which is 8 hours again. So I think majority of your life is going to get invested in the work you do. You have to be very mindful about how you are investing your hours, how you're investing your minutes, even minutes, but sometimes just thinking about very minute minutes and seconds can get very scary. But I think it is very important to get mindful about how you're spending your working hours, how you're spending your adult life, because that's majority of your life, and you will never be that young again, right? So अगर तुम्हें मजा नहीं आ रहा, अगर तुम उसे बस पैसे के लिए कर रहे हो, then you're wasting your time. Like, you are really wasting your time. So I just want to remind myself that whatever you do, whatever I do, whether it be a side project, whether it be my main thing, whether it be creating content like this, if I'm not in the flow state, if I'm not enjoying it, then there is no point of doing. If I'm doing it for metrics, if I'm doing it for likes, followers, and just for money, it's not worth it. Well, I'm not saying you should not do it for those reasons. Well, they are important, if you really want to have a successful career or a successful professional life. But if you're doing it just for the sake of those metrics, then you're going to struggle. You are just wasting your time. You have to rethink what you're doing, right? You have to enjoy it. You have to be in the flow every day. So Achieving flow state for me is the ultimate pursuit. It doesn't matter what I do in 2022, and that is exactly what I want to remind myself when I kind of drift from my path. Okay guys, so last thought that I want to remind myself, very cliche, but life is beautiful. अगर तुम आज सुबह उठ रहे हो and if you're healthy, if your family is healthy, if you have food to eat, if you have a good home where you can talk to your loved ones, I think there is nothing more that you really need, because you almost have everything that a lot of people out there in the world do not have. We are always stressed about achieving more. The more money you make, the more money you need. Money just generates the greed for more money. Success just generates the greed for more success. That is how human brain works. It is never satisfied. And if you are an entrepreneur, you might have heard that you should never be satisfied, right? Which is great. You should never be satisfied because you always want to move forward. But if you are not in content with your life every day, and you think and you complain about small things in your life, I think you should have a change in perspective. You need a change in perspective. You have to look at things from a macro level. How fortunate you are to have this life. Life is beautiful. Please do not worry about it. Have fun and enjoy life. That's what we are here for. We are not here to take stress every day. We got the one life, and I think we should enjoy it, and we should take the maximum amount of time to actually be in a very positive mindset and have a very broader perspective about it. Okay, so those are all the rules that I want to remind myself. Now, there might be some rules that you think, Akshat, very far-fetched, cliche. I don't care. Those are the rules that I want to remind myself. If you found those rules useful, maybe try to apply some of them in your life. Maybe try to remind those rules to yourself every now and then when things are getting hard for yourself, when things are great, just for a bit change in perspective, so you can think from a different angle and look at your life from a, on a macro scale, and do not stress about everything. I hope you found this video useful. If you did, again, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. और अगर तुम्हें वीडियो बहुत ही ज़्यादा पसंद आ गया, press the bell icon so do not miss any video. और जैसे मैं वीडियो पोस्ट करूँ तुम्हें नोटिफिकेशन आ जाए that I have uploaded a new video. So तुम उस पर टैप करो and you can check it out, right? That's all for this video. Have a good day. Have fun. I will see you guys in my next video.